So right now I'm joined with Michael Murphy, Intergovernmental Relations Officer with the City of Santa Clarita. Michael, there's been some recently introduced legislation regarding the future of mining in Soledad Canyon that we would like to make our residents aware of.
Senator Barbara Boxer has introduced S759, which would, in essence, cancel the contracts that for sand and gravel mining that CEMEX has with the Bureau of Land Management out in Soledad Canyon. It would be a 56 million ton sand and gravel mine, far larger than anything that's currently in our community. The City Council has come out opposed to the mining project, and over the last 4 years we've been working with CEMEX to develop a legislative solution that is responsive to CEMEX's needs and is also responsive to the community needs, and that will end the possibility of large-scale mining in Soledad Canyon.
So basically we're talking about the very eastern border of Santa Clarita, sort of off the 14 freeway, where there's been historical mining levels that are much lower than what has been proposed.
Yes, there's mining that's going on out there today, and mining has been a part of our community for a number of years. The council's position is that historical levels of mining, which we have identified at about 285,000 tons per year, is acceptable to the community. Mm-hmm. However, this is a 56 million ton proposal over 20 years with a maximum of 5 million tons of extraction per year. So you can see that it's quite large.
Okay, so basically what we are letting residents know is we're making them aware of this legislation and letting them know where they can find more information, which is on the city's website. What type of things will they find there?
What they'll find there is a copy of the bill. There is also a map of some lands out in San Bernardino County that talk about what would be sold out there as the way of paying for the legislation. And also there's a frequently asked question sheet, and there's also a fact sheet, so people can get information about the bill and also what they can do if they want to weigh in and express an opinion about the bill.
Okay. And what's the timeline for this? I mean, if residents are interested in being involved and contributing to this issue, what's the timeline?
We're expecting something to happen over the next 6 months. We're expecting that Senator Boxer will be able to get a hearing on her bill sometime this fall, and shortly thereafter, assuming that the hearing is successful, as we anticipate that it's going to be, that the bill will be put into a larger natural resources omnibus bill that will originate in the Senate, and that should be sometime pretty much toward the end of the year, the November-December timeframe.
And just to put this in perspective, the magnitude, and I know you talked about the size of it, but this would, right now there is open space and hills. This would drastically change the landscape that people see to and from on the east side of town.
It would be a significant change. And right now, as you said, there is mining that's going on in the area, but if you look at it in terms of just so much more mining, and really the key issues for the city are traffic. There could be up to 1,164 truck trips a day, taking the sand and gravel out of the community, and also looking at a deterioration of air quality, because mining certainly is going to bring additional dust and particles blowing around, particularly in the eastern section of the city.
And as you mentioned, we are working with CEMEX and have been in a very cooperative relationship at this point to try to find a solution for everybody.
CEMEX has very much been our partner over the last 4 years in trying to find a legislative solution. They've been working with us to find the path that certainly satisfies the needs of their stockholders and also at the same time satisfies the needs of the community. So we've been very pleased with that partnership, and we've worked well together, and we're hopeful that by the end of the year that we're going to achieve success.
So Michael, I want to thank you for joining us. If you're out there, you're looking for more information, this has been a big issue for a lot of years. You can go on to the city's website. The web address is below. For this week in Santa Clarita, I'm Evan Thomason.